The Awakening. It is the collection of the spiritual discourses given by Swami Ananda Vinod, translated by Prastuti Shrestha and read by Sunny Shrestha. Swami Ananda Vinod has been traveling his spiritual journey for over 35 to 40 years and is a renowned name within Nepal. Countless number of people have joined and benefited from his initiative, popularly known as Vishwa Jagaran Abhiyan, the World Awakening Mission. Dear listeners, you may consider his words to be an insane man's outcry. But once you have read or listened to this book, I am sure that your journey towards the truth will begin at whichever level you are. This book shall be a great help for you on your spiritual path, and thus the name, The Awakening, a friend for the truth seekers. Chapter 4. Knowledge is God. Dear seekers, due honor to the soundless sound within you. Do accept my regards. Now let us dive into the vast ocean of knowledge and wisdom. Dear friends, knowledge has vast definition. There are two types of knowledge. The first one is self-knowledge, and the second is knowledge that is borrowed in credit from religious books or sastras. The first knowledge or self-knowledge is the knowledge that is gained from our own experience. On the other hand, the borrowed knowledge is only a way to hide our ignorance and our weaknesses. So instead of running after the borrowed knowledge and trying to hide our ignorance, let us try to dissolve into the search for the self-knowledge, the inner wisdom. Only this type of knowledge can confiscate the darkness within us. This darkness is due to the borrowed knowledge, which is like a blown out lamp. Moreover, the borrowed knowledge is just a picture of lamp. Can this confiscate the darkness? Of course not. Similarly, a mere photo of truth cannot end our search of knowledge. It cannot remove our ignorance. The borrowed knowledge is just a memory, not the realization. Talking in dreams is just a mere talk, not the awakening. It is just like hearing others' talks in our dreams. Do you blindly believe it when someone says God exists? If yes, have you experienced it? The ultimate is a matter of realization. We have not been worshipping God out of our self-realization, but because of fear or greed of fulfilling the demands. There are various types of religious people in the world. Some have become religious due to the fear of hell, whereas some are inclined to religion due to the greed of heaven, happiness, and angels. According to me, none of them are truly religious people. Can a greedy person be religious? The most important thing to be religious is to get rid of greed and fear. There is a story of a mighty emperor and a poor person. The emperor had managed a grand discussion arrangement for his courtiers. Sometimes he also took their examinations. One day he brought a parrot to the palace. The parrot always used to talk about a mistake committed. The emperor asked his courtiers, "Do you know what the mistake the parrot is talking about?" The emperor had even arranged a prize for the one who would know the answer. There were many learned and wise men in the palace, but no one knew what the parrot was talking about. The question put everyone in a great dilemma. Then one of the wisest courtiers went in search of the answer. When he could not find the answer, he returned to the palace dejected. On the way, he met a shepherd, and the shepherd asked, "Why are you looking so depressed?" He told the shepherd the whole story. After listening to the courtier, the shepherd assured him that he would help him find the answer. The shepherd said, "I will help you know the answer, but I have a problem. I have a dog that is too weak and cannot walk. Since I am also weak, I cannot carry him." The subject then carried the dog and took it to the palace. After reaching the palace, the parrot again cried, "A mistake has been committed." Hearing this, the shepherd pointed at the dog and said, Emperor, this is the mistake committed. Since the emperor was perplexed, the shepherd said, "It is mentioned in the epic that a priest should take a bath if touched by a dog. But this great priest is carrying a dog out of a greed for a prize and honor. Therefore, the only mistake is that of greed. Likewise, fear is the other side of greed. People are afraid that their greed will not be fulfilled. That is why those who have become religious out of fear and greed are not truly religious." So who is the truly religious person? A truly religious person is the one who is free from greed and fear. The most crucial thing for gaining the truth is fearlessness. Fearlessness is the only thing that leads to the stability of the body, mind, and soul. Let me put forth another story. An emperor was standing on the terrace of his palace and gazing at the sea. There were thousands of boats. The emperor asked his old minister to look at the thousands of boats. Then the minister said, "I see only two boats, the boat of greed and the boat of fear. Some sail in the boat of greed and some in the boat of fear, but both the boats are unable to reach the shore of true religion." Fear gives birth to hatred and enmity. So how can you love a person whom you fear? I had heard a soldier became a captain. Two other soldiers used to walk as his bodyguards. When the other soldiers saluted him, he always used to say slowly, "Whatever you said is for you." One day, one of his bodyguards asked, "What do you mean by that?" The captain then replied, "When I was a soldier, I used to salute the captains but always insulted them from within my heart. Since I know they have the same feeling regarding me, I am returning back to them their own feelings." We worship God just out of fear. How can you ever love God when you fear Him? The people make a mistake when they say, "Don't fear anyone except God." But I say, you can be afraid of everyone except God. Therefore, it is a high time for us to realize that whether we fear God or love Him, God is our soul. He is everything. Avoid fear and greed. Be true to yourself and take your one steps toward self-realization. Today, we have covered Chapter 4 of the Awakening series of the spiritual discourses given by Swami Ananda Vinod. Our next audio will cover Chapter 5 of the same series, in which Swamiji has made his utmost effort to make each and every parents understand their children's sentiment and feelings, the parental role in the balanced development of children, and how to mold them into the responsible and loveful adults. Thank you for listening to this channel. Your comments and suggestions shall be highly appreciated, and looking forward towards your continuous support. Subscribe to our channel if you like our audio. Thank you.